Greetings. I got to do a microphone check because this is absolutely a brand new microphone that I'm using. Not that I'm proud of it, but I'm just saying, I got to check with something. See how black people act already. All right, this is Professor Griffith. It's the nighttime vision of all the masses. All the masses. If you're watching this, you're probably seeing it. Salute. Simeon Anderson. What's good? It sounds good. All right, Quan, what's good with you? Quan in the building on the late night joint. All right. Nothing. Anyway, this is a special edition coming on at night simply because I came on a little bit earlier. I had to break the show up because I had Miss Soleil on talking about her event this Friday at the Greenbrier Mall, Madu bookstore. And she's going to be talking about, what's your subject matter again? What's your subject matter? The Temple of Sacred Beauty. All right, she's going to be talking about the Temple of Sacred Beauty this Friday at Greenbrier Mall at Madu bookstore. Shout out to Nia. All right. So we're going to dive into this subject, and it's basically as clear as day. It's right in front of everyone. We're not hiding the fact that salute. What's good with you, sis? How you feel? Peace. We're simply going to talk about the diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're going to talk about it's all right. You could, yeah, it's good. Banning federal jobs and getting rid of certain jobs and just kind of banning certain programs on a federal level and that kind of thing. We're going to talk about a few things. Someone said, "Where did you get that title from?" Well, I got the title actually from a billboard in Tennessee. It actually said, "Make America White Again." So I just asked myself the question: is that's the moves that Donald Trump, now president of the United States of America, is making? The moves that he's making, is it in reference to making America white again? I did receive some, would you call it disparaging kind of remarks under my earlier show, or just trolls? Probably trolls. Yeah, I don't know. There were some remarks under the comments under the last show, and they were just basically talking about, I'm black and I agree with Donald Trump 95%. That just sounds like a troll. But anyway, even if it's not, that is absolutely your damn business. Whether you believe in Trump, you have faith in him, because I am here to tell you, under no uncertain terms, whatever terms you want to put on it, Black, Haitians, Dominicans, Africans, and Brazilians, and whoever else from the Caribbean islands, whoever, you are next. You're next. Of course, it's the light-skinned Latinos and the Mexicans and all the other people. They're going to skip right over the 30,000 Ukrainians they brought in the country. They're going to skip over all the other white people that are undocumented here in the country. But yet, when it comes to you, all right, anybody that's not white, because they're trying to make America white again, you're next. So I would keep a bag packed by the front door in case you don't have time to grab anything while they're walking you out in handcuffs. I'm talking about, yes, your family members, old aunties, and this whole idea of birthright is not going to be a thing in a minute. He's doing away with that. So even if the people were here, all right, and even 2 generations of people, right, and you were born here, yes, they're shipping you back also. All right, Quan, I have to humbly disagree with you. I don't know what made you make that statement. Maybe you've been working too hard, too long. Maybe you didn't take a lunch break today. I'm not sure. Quan, look into the internment camps of Japanese Americans. I believe it was World War II. Was it World War II? In the internment camps? All right. When Pearl Harbor was bombed, what did they do? Quan, they don't give a damn about no 14th Amendment, no other 15th Amendment. They don't care about none of them amendments. They're amendments. They try to make America white again. They will fabricate and come up and make up a law to deport black people back to Africa. They already said they want to round up all the criminals, the repeat offenders, all right, and ship them back to Africa somewhere or whatever country that'll have them. But when Pearl Harbor happened, they rounded up Japanese people, whether he was a citizen or not, put them in internment camps, i.e. concentration camps. See, you cannot, not you, Quan, but I'm just saying, you cannot fathom the depths of their wickedness and what they will do. Do you understand what I'm saying? He keeps talking about our country this and our country that. They're not talking about you when they talk about our country. So when the dragnet went out to round up these quote unquote undocumented illegal aliens, did not some people that were American citizens get caught in that dragnet? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. All right. So yeah. So then when you start looking at, see, the law, Quan, listen, the law is only as good as those that enforce the law. If they're not going to enforce the law, then what good is the law? And if they're trying to make America white again, they don't care how many amendments to whatever constitution. Matter of fact, you know how many times that they went against the Constitution? Okay. So now when you're talking about this idea of the laws, the constitutional laws protecting American citizens, first of all, we have to look into what document is that in the government where it calls us 3/5 of a human being. Why is my brain on freeze? Right, Declaration of Independence. I need some brain tonic. Right, exactly. They wrote you in as a 3/5 of a human being. You're not even a whole human being. You mean to tell me a cow is 5/5 cow, whole cow? A horse is 5/5 horse, a whole complete horse, tail and everything. A pig is 5/5 pig, a whole pig. But when it comes to the black man and woman, the mothers and fathers of civilization, they wrote you in the Constitution as 3/5 of a human being. Come on, stop that. And then you want the Constitution to protect you from not being deported and rounded up? Stop that. Stop the blood clot crying. No. None of these laws or any of their documents are designed to protect black people. All right. Especially when they don't consider you human. All right. You said they can't send black people anywhere because we were here before. You know how foolish that sounds? There's a movie that I want y'all to watch. All of y'all, these crazy ass statements y'all putting up. See, this is why I don't come on at night no more. Listen, what's the name of the movie? Space Invaders? No. There's a movie that George Clinton produced. And the plot of the film is this, that aliens came down because the aliens were in dire need of melanin. So the aliens made a deal with the United States government to round up all dark-skinned people and take them back to their planet because they needed melanin. And I think George Clinton put this film out. Space Invaders or something the name of the movie was. Can somebody in the chat help me out with that? Quan, you said deport us where? They will round our asses up and deport us to goddamn Detroit if they have to. You understand what I'm saying? It don't matter to them. He's called all of those places shithole countries any old way. Space Traders. That's what it's called? Thank you. The movie is called Space Traders. All right? They're going to round up. See, what they did was they came up with a way to measure the amount of melanin in the skin. And if you weren't, like, for example, if they came here to our house, right, and they used that particular test, you understand? Me and Shaki out of here. So yeah, they came up with a way to measure the melanin. in the skin to see where the cosmic slop, that's it. Cosmic slop. Thank you, enemies public, Brother Nasir. Cosmic slop, that's it. Quan, they already played this out in their psyche. They already put it on the small and the big screen. They already put it in the hearts and minds of their people who've conquered these lands, all right, and committed a form of genocide on Black people and Native Americans in this country, all right? It's the same game plan everywhere they go. Don't tell me they can't send your ass back to Africa. Yes, they can. I'm about to get yelled at right now, fam, because I got to take a drink of this organic strawberry lemonade, who I bought for my wife a couple of days ago. But my stepdaughter Story has she has a rule: if it stays in the refrigerator more than 2 days, it's fair game. It's fair game. Organic strawberry lemonade is fair game. It, bruh. Anyway, Cosmic Slop is the name of the movie. We need to go. You said it's a new moon. That's why Janice said it's a new moon. It is. So that's why that's happening. That's why you throwing dead roses at me. Black people. Hold on a second. Cosmic Slop. Let's see. Let me put that on the screen. The enemy's public said Cosmic Slop. All right. Has anyone looked at my screen lately? Have we been on here? No? You didn't see back in the day the Ku Klux Klan? You see the women in that picture dressed up in Klan's outfits? You said America's for whites. America first. And then, hold on, let me move this thing out the way so y'all can see. There's a coin they minted. All right? The America first was the Ku Klux Klan slogan. Donald Trump did the remix. It make America first again. It's like, oh, wow. Simply what they're saying is make America white again. That's all. Let me answer some of these questions, some of this madness I'm seeing in this chat. When have they not killed us? When have they not hunted us down and murdered us? I'm just asking the question. Unalived us. You can't say that on some platforms. When? Y'all act like y'all didn't see my screen. So answer the question. I don't care how many wars your uncle and your auntie and your grandfather and your great-grandfather fought in for America. That means nothing to them. Y'all don't really realize who y'all dealing with. Y'all need a history class. I'm serious. Anyway, y'all need a class on a history class. Y'all must have went and ate an extra lunch when it came to World War I and World War II and the real reasons why they were fought. Y'all must have skipped over the Civil War, how Black people fought on both sides. Y'all must act like when Black people came back from World War, I believe it was II, how we got treated like animals when they would let German soldiers eat and sit with other whites where we couldn't even come in the mess hall. Wow. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that for a second. You have never been treated like an American citizen. You've always been treated like you subhuman by these people. They don't look at you as human. I'm just giving it to you straight, no chaser. All right. Let me say this. For all those that I'm seeing on the internet crashing and spazzing out, an executive order is not law. Of course, he is planning on undoing everything that we fought for, all right? Right on up to this point, as though our ancestors and elders have never fought at all. All right, this is what he plan on doing. Thank you, lovely doll. Where you at? They tolerate black people. You see how Trump, can somebody get me the name of the 2 white officers that Trump pardoned recently that killed the black woman? Just basically said, you know, he's going to pardon them because they're in jail unjustly. For some of y'all that don't think the purge is actually happening right now, wow. You need to get your head out your ass or out of the sand or out of the dirt or whatever. You need to clean your glasses. This is the purge. Make America white again. What do you think he's making these moves for? I need y'all to step back from the checkered board, all right, and swap it out so y'all can begin to play chess. All right? Okay. Shout out to everyone on IG. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Tonight, late edition of Arm the Masses. I don't normally come on at night anymore because either right now I'm either writing, reading, producing, resting, doing something. All right? Not that I don't want to be on here, but whew, sometimes it's a challenge. Woman queen, you said you got a flag on your ID. Does that mean they're going to give you a pass? Nope. Your skin is your ID. Girls speak. Thank you. You better take a stand. All right. Anyway, Trump cracking down on DEI, birthright citizenship, and more.
Inclusion programs in the federal government. People working these programs are now finding out that they've been placed on paid leave.
He's also moving forward with a crackdown on immigration, including an attempt at ending birthright citizenship. At least 22 states have now filed legal challenges, including New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Christina Van joins us live here in the studio with more on these executive orders and what they'll mean for people in this area. Christina?
Well, Chris and Mary, among the slew of executive orders President Trump signed, one of the very first to take effect is the dismantling of the federal government's diversity and inclusion program. Meanwhile, his administration is also preparing to defend a different order regarding birthright citizenship that's been taken to court by multiple states and cities. President Trump is moving swiftly to end diversity and inclusion programs, directing that all federal DEI staff be put on paid leave by 5 p.m. this evening.
All right. I see they're changing the language. Watch how slick they told you. See, you got to know and understand the language of racism, white supremacy, diversity and inclusion. No, it's DEI, diversity, equity. Don't leave out the whole idea of equity. You see, we're not fighting to take over people's jobs and that kind of thing. Diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI don't mean black people. There's a lot of people benefiting from it. It means we're not even in the room in some of these situations. Can we at least be in the room? All right. When you start talking about the amount of black male and female executives in 2024, they said it was 263. No, yes, 263 in 2020. 2024 ended up being 480. All right? I'm talking about black men and women who are executives at companies, at places that was getting federal money, right? Okay, so now, compared to the over 660 6,600 executives that were white males. And I believe white women was probably about in and around 1,000. We're talking about executive positions, companies that do business with the federal government. All right. Okay. So when we start talking about this information, woman queen, you really doing too much. Seriously, tone that down, or you out of here. Seriously, you're doing too damn much. Because you done fought to preserve racism, white supremacy. That ain't got nothing to do with us over here. All right. Now I'm allowing you to stay up in here, but you got to tone that down, sis, whoever you are. For real. You sticking your A cups out over here don't mean a goddamn thing. No, people don't care nothing about you. They really don't. They truly don't. All right, cool. All right. So the idea of having these positions purely for the people that look like them is probably the game plan. And he's not even shy about it. He understands that he has a 4-year window of time and he's going to make it happen. All right.
And eventually be laid off. In a memo Tuesday, the Office of Personnel Management also ordered the takedown of DEI-focused web pages, canceled DEI-related training, and any related contracts. Trump has called the programs discrimination and insisted on restoring strictly merit-based hiring and made this promise during his inaugural address.
This week, we'll also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
The president
socially engineer race. I need you to write that down. Socially engineer race. Think back in history, who else tried to socially engineer race? How do you socially engineer race? I'm going to give you all a minute. I'm going to take the invite. I'm going to copy it. All right. Put the invite in the chat. We're almost at the half-hour mark. People can come on. I'm going to answer this we're going to answer this last question, and then you can come on. All right. How do you socially engineer race? Do you socially engineer race by the wholesale rape of Black women on the plantation during the turn of the century, shortly after slavery? There were 600,000 mixed race babies born when race mixing was illegal. Black and white people marrying one another was illegal. But it was a wholesale rape that was going on that produced 600,000 mixed race babies. Now, who was doing what? So when you start talking about socially engineering race, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you socially engineer race? Let's go back a bit right here. Let's play it.
Trump has called the programs discrimination and insisted on restoring strictly merit-based hiring and made this promise during his inaugural address.
This week, we'll also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life.
The president directed the attorney general to create a plan to deter the private sector from adopting or continuing DEI programs. Hours after being sworn in, Trump also invoked his presidential powers to begin his long-promised immigration crackdown, including eliminating birthright citizenship.
We have our lives fully established here.
I don't know how we would be able to maintain a family. 24-year-old Isela of New Jersey.
All right. So you get rid of under the guise of they're here illegally. You get rid of that segment of people. You already had a segment of people you're talking about sending to other countries that kind of that have been violating and repeat offenders. You talk about getting rid of a couple of million of them that are in languishing in prisons and jails in America. All right, that's that segment. So you're talking about now, of course, the hundreds that they shoot and unalive every year. Okay, that's done. All right. You're talking about making America great again, and if y'all don't see it, I see it. So I see why I'm getting the crazy comments. I'm seeing why I'm getting the crazy comments under my shows. I see where that's coming from. I'm seeing your thinking. You think because you got a white boyfriend or a white girlfriend, you just gonna blend in and act like this thing is not going on in America? You're out your rabbit ass mind. Not happening. Carmen X. Greetings. How are you? All right. I'm trying to understand where you are. I see people spazzing out online because of this. And here's some of y'all are talking about because you're a veteran or you. It is mind-numbing how some of y'all think. These people are showing you, who is that? Maya Angelou that said, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Wow. It's kind of rough. You said nationality is going to be the biggest key. I doubt that because according to what the brothers that were going for their sovereignty and all that kind of stuff, they say they're not Americans. So it's easy to round them up. They got paperwork on them to round them up. All right. All right. Peace, brother Nasir. What's good with you, good bro?
Salute. Peace, brother. How you doing?
Salute. How you feel, good bro? You good?
I'm good. I'm good, brother.
Okay. What do you got for me this evening?
I don't know what's on some of our people's minds that it seems like we're going backwards from what we were taught that benefited us by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I don't understand. It seems like we're going backwards, putting our faith in a politician, left or right, as if Donald Trump has anything tangible for our people. I mean, I look at, I go platform to platform, and some of our people just, I don't know what it is. They have this mindset that MAGA has something to do with our success. And when they say make America great again, they add themselves in the equation. When these people talk about America being great again, we have to understand that what great is to them at that time when America was great to them. We were being persecuted.
What period of time are they talking about, though?
Probably a time when they had, when they had one foot on our neck as opposed to two.
Okay, I got you. All right. Janice Davis said people are too content. What do you think about that?
I believe so. I believe we're too content. And, I remember listening to The Divine Destruction of America, Can She Avert It? By the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And he said that Allah's going to send our enemies after us because of our unwillingness to come out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that happening. And I also see what the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said when he said Donald Trump's going to take America down like a plane falling out the sky.
Right.
Also see that also. See that draining the swamp. He said he's draining the swamp, which is kind of crazy to me when you're inside that swamp. Once that swamp is drained, we're going to see what you put in that swamp too. And we're seeing it.
Right.
But our people seem to think this guy got something for us. He's going to be our saving grace. And I tell them, like I told them about Biden, you're going to be crying in a few months by what he had for us. I said this about Biden because people automatically think that because you're not a Republican, they'll automatically make you a Democrat. No.
Right.
I'm not with either party. I don't do America's politics because it's never benefited us in my 59 years. So if I could say it never benefited us in my little life that I lived, when is it going to start benefiting us?
Right.
Based on their track record, it will never benefit us.
Do you think people actually know their track record, or do they care? Because I see a lot of interracial marriages and couples and families and this kind of thing. So I don't think they're home sitting around looking at America's history for what it is, because it might
exactly. I think because some of them are allowed to be with our open and consistent enemy in a certain way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because they have access. They think
that they've exactly. They think they've overcome because we have arrived because some of us can be with they offer themselves to us. And the messenger said that would be the last trick anyway. They will offer us their woman.
Right.
That what Messenger Muhammad said to us. But that's not the prize. That's not the we all know the prize in the war is booty. The ones who think below the belt made a woman's adornment synonymous to that word.
Right.
But just because you get the so-called prize without fighting the war, don't think that you have arrived as a people.
Right.
And they'll give us enough as far as money to look down on each other. But you try to use that money to do something for your people and see what happens.
Right.
LeBron had to open up a school for white children. He couldn't do it for his own, for his own people. He couldn't do it for his own people. He had to do it in a white neighborhood. Any of these millionaires and billionaires, if they try to do something for their own people, it will cause problems for them.
Oprah had to set her school up in Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I understand what you're saying. I mean, it's clear. It's clear. I mean, it's very clear.
We can't do nothing but fill up 18-wheeler with turkeys and turkeys and stuff and give them out on Thanksgiving. That's all we can do. They'll allow us to do.
Right.
But as far as doing something that's going to be long range, tangible for our people, we're not allowed to do that.
Right.
Because we don't empower ourselves and we don't pool our resources with the money that we get. They give you enough to look down on your other people and flaunt and say, look what I have, look what you don't have.
Right, right.
And they give us that mentality. They come between us.
Right.
And some of us have an ear for them coming between us. That will make us bigger. Think one of us is bigger than the group. That David Ruffin, Bobby Brown, Smokey Robinson, and the Miracles mentality.
Flavor
pull
Flav.
you away
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
rest of us
Yeah.
to make you think you're better than the rest of us. That's what they do. Some of us, we listen to that candidly.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you something. Do you think some of the people that claim to be at the forefront of this thing really have all of us in mind?
No, sir. Some
Why is
do,
that?
but you can tell by their actions. It's self-centered. They have that look at me attitude, and they have that I'm going to I better get yours attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it. You can see it by their actions.
Hold on for a second. Abina. Hold on, not Abina. He said, that's a lie. We're your school. Okay. Marva Collins School has been functioning since 1978 in Chicago. That's not what he said. He's talking about the millionaires and the billionaires. All right. He's talking about the billionaires. I mentioned Oprah and he mentioned LeBron James. All right. So we're not talking about the Marcus Garvey schools. We're not talking about the Marva Collins. We're not talking about some other dude with the fictitious school that he never started and never happened. We're not talking about that. All right. All right. So
Not that.
stay focused, get out of your emotions and your feelings, and let's deal with actual fact. All right. Okay, Carmen, let's get back on code. All right, come on, finish what you were saying.
A lot, some of them, they'll start these organizations. I have seen people actually start tribes and get money from people, and nothing came of it. A lot of people on here, they're all about the money. They don't have our people's best interests at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm sure some people made some tangible kind of gains.
Some did. That's what I said in the beginning. Some did, but we have to be careful and judge people by what when we see people what they show us. Just believe it.
Right.
We have to be careful because some people out here being opportunists and being thirsty, talking a good game. They know the lingo. They know what people want to hear, and they know that our people are suffering. And especially when you are that type that's looking for a savior,
right?
And you're down, and somebody come with a word that resonate, they can easily pull you in with something that's that tickles your ear, and have you walking blind, and then once you wake up, they don't took everything that you have.
Right.
Excuse me, and there's nothing tangible for us as a people.
Oh, okay, so let me ask you something. So then, if it does happen, do you think that we should accept money from white organizations and white people who mean well?
That's a tricky question because you never know what a person's motives are for offering you something, because acts of kindness doesn't make the person good. It's just act of kindness because it could be done to deceive us, and it could be done to control us, like Negroes always asking Caucasian permission.
So does acts of kindness make you evil? Make it evil? You said it doesn't make you good, but does it make you bad?
No, it doesn't. But
okay.
if you're offering someone something so you control them, that's what make it bad. But everybody don't have bad intentions.
Okay.
Everybody's motives are not bad also. Well, I take it going back to what the minister taught us. Watch people on a protracted period.
Right, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And if they show us that they're trustworthy, then we can, do things together. Because a lot of times when people come around us, they come around us to be nosy, to spy, and they come around us to see what we're doing and to infiltrate.
Right.
We got to
So
be careful about infiltrators.
Okay. Let me ask you something. So when I was kind of doing some research, I was coming out of the studio. I said, okay, I wanted to come on at 7, couldn't come on at 7. But I started studying this thing, and I kept seeing these billboards. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me do that. Hold on. Let me see. Let me pull the tab up again. What do you see? Do you see the America? Hold on. It says "Make America." Hold on. Let me get
I see the coin. I see the Klan and Trump.
I tried to share my screen. Hold on. I tried to share my screen to show you the billboard. I can't show you the billboard. I should have just copied it and put it up. But there's a billboard that was up in Tennessee. I believe it was on 75. I'm not sure. Highway 75, I-75. And they were talking about "Make America White Again." So when I kept seeing that, I was thinking about it. I said, well, how can they ever do that? And then I started thinking about all the executive orders, all the moves that they're making, the deportations.
Yes.
And I said, oh, I see it. Almost like the Purge, almost like ethnic cleansing to a small degree. What do you think about that?
Some of our people will call that fear mongering, but I don't see it as that, because based on the track record of what they have done, I don't put it past them doing something that nefarious. If all we have to do is go back, not even go back to my lifetime. As a matter of fact, you can go back to last year. You know, a sister called the police because she's having mental issues, and he goes in her apartment and shoot her dead.
Right.
And now he's back on the street, pending his trial. He's back on the street, and 1,500 people being pardoned the day this man get in office.
Right.
You know, and other, you know, in cases commuted in some party. It's like when you do stuff like that, it's like as if they never did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a straight pardon. They don't. It's not even on their record when you get a pardon.
Right.
I don't know what it's going to take sometimes, but I don't understand. It's as if some of us is waiting in line to fall a victim to what can happen.
According to some of the people's comments tonight, it almost seems like they're looking at Trump as being the savior. They're just sitting around waiting. It says we can't be deported because either the Constitution or a flag on my ID or whatever. I'm trying to understand that dynamic.
It's obvious that they would make the law up and they would change the law as they go, because you're looking at a man who's convicted of 34 felons, and his sentence was put on hold for 4 years while he ran the country.
Yeah, they changed the law.
Can you imagine that? They put some of the charges on hold, your sentence on hold for 4 years, when he should have been disqualified from running because he's a convicted felon. This tells us they are totally disregarding the law.
Exactly.
All the work that Letitia James did in New York to try this case and get a conviction was totally undermined. Georgia undermined it. So it's lawless. They need to understand that it's going to get very lawless, and they don't care nothing about the law. You can call it fear mongering all you want, but when they come to your door because he ordered them to do it, Trump don't have nothing but yes men around him. If you don't do what he tell you, you're gone.
Well, those 2 black women, New York and Georgia, they're actually investigating them now, and they're actually going to bring them up on charges.
Exactly. And all of his political opponents will be brought up on charges. Mark my word.
Exactly. And I think a lot of times when people make their comments, they don't look at the big picture. We need to take the binders off and step back from the screen a minute so you can see a wider view on how this thing is playing out.
Wasn't that Dr. King when he went to Lyndon Baines Johnson and he told him about some law, and Lyndon Baines Johnson said, "You're right, but who's going to make me do it?"
Right.
These people know what's right, but who's going to make them do it?
That's why I said the law is only as good as those that enforce the law.
Exactly.
They don't enforce it, then yeah, it's not going to happen.
Exactly. I'm not waiting, for a turn to fall a victim of this. Right. I'm going to, stay mindful.
Right. So
Carmen, and keep my head on the swivel.
Right. Carmen said desegregation was a big mistake. What do you think?
Desegregation?
Yeah.
You mean integration?
Thank you. Peace, bro. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm doing my show right now. I'll hit you back. Yeah, integration was a big mistake. Yeah.
Definitely. Because while we were so busy trying to give them our money, patronize their businesses, when we had our own, ours suffered.
Right.
When Dr. King led the bus boycott, it hurt them.
Right.
It hurt them. And he was trying to tell us to divest from all these different, products that was on that white supremacist thing. And, there's a list of who support who. All we got to do, not necessarily boycott, stop messing with them altogether.
So you think the whole bus boycott was, it just kind of didn't serve us well?
Did it serve us well?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it served us well because we let them know that without us patronizing your business, it will suffer. So you need to respect those who patronize your business. Whatever chair I sit in, that's my chair until I get up.
So do you think at that particular time they should have followed all the other black transportation companies that was already in existence and support them as opposed to trying to segregate the buses because the black bus companies were hurt?
I think we should have just stayed off that bus and patronized the other businesses and established other businesses, alternate businesses.
Right.
We should have done that. With the money we saved, we could have did that for that particular time that we stayed off the bus.
Yeah, my man Bernie, he said it. Our people had our own bus companies. Back when I saw the doctor, yeah, we had our own companies. So we took that energy and put our money behind the companies that we already had. We wouldn't have to, yeah. All right, sometimes these movements, they look good, sound cool. They make the press, they hit the paper, but that's cool. But sometimes in the long run, it hurts us. You understand what I'm saying?
We have to remain steadfast when we do stuff. When we say we're going to stop buying this particular product, we need to remain steadfast. Because we said we're going to boycott Timberland, we're going to boycott whatever product that we use that's, the person is disrespecting us. There's several brothers now who make clothes.
Okay, but we're talking on a national level now. They're talking about Walmart. They're talking about Target, Walmart. They're talking about places. So Al Sharpton got together and marched 100 people in the Costco's to give Costco's the money. But hold on one second. Let me bring on Elijah. Elijah, are you there? Hold on. Hold on one second. All right. Elijah's on, but he's not on. We'll remove him in a minute if he don't come on. So, but I saw the list of places we're supposed to be boycotting. You understand what I'm saying? And I just said to myself, you know, are we going to get together and actually follow through with that? How's that going to work?
A lot of this stuff that what these so-called activists are doing is performative.
So you don't think it's happening at all?
I mean, it may happen, but it's, when I say performative, it's for show. It's not like they're gonna keep doing it and they're gonna be steadfast and
okay,
it's
but brother,
like short-term things.
Yeah, let me explain something to you, bro. A lot of times it has to be done the first time to show people how it's done.
Okay,
So
understand
that's
that.
what you're probably calling performative. Yes, you're absolutely correct. It has to be performative and have to show people, listen, I'm doing it and you can do it too. I'm not going to do it every day. I'm showing you how it's done. So everyone around the country do it just like this. Get 100 people together and go to the places that still support Black people.
I understand. Yeah, I understand that. That makes sense.
Can you hear me?
It makes sense.
Right.
Can you hear me?
I wouldn't expect somebody to kind of come on and do this thing every single day. Hold on for a second. Elijah, is that you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh,
yes.
Are you going
praise
to come
God.
on the screen or are you just going to remain anonymous?
Anonymous.
Okay, why? You got a fucked up haircut or something? I mean, what's the problem? Nah, I'm only playing. Nah. So what's going on, man?
You big brother.
What's happening with you? You good?
Oh yes, sir. Man, why you call us weightlifters chumps, man? That ain't right.
Call us what?
A few shows ago, you said weightlifters are chumps.
Weightlifters?
Yeah.
Like people that lift weights?
Yeah, in the gym.
I said that?
You did, brother.
No, I'll give you $100 if you can send that to me.
Okay.
I'll give you matter of fact, I'll give you $200. Now
Okay.
see, it's gonna give you the other 100. I don't make statements like that, bro. Nah, I know what I say. Weightlifter?
Right. Yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah, you got me
All
mixed
right.
up with somebody else.
No, sir. We was together in
Wait.
Dallas, brother.
Huh?
We was together in Dallas when you came through.
Weightlifters?
Yeah, you said weightlifters and bodybuilders. Them guys are chumps, man.
And why was I saying that if I said it?
Cause you a super grandmaster, I guess. I don't
Oh
know.
hell no! I know some bodybuilders and weightlifters that'll whip your ass. Hell no!
Yes,
I ain't saying nothing
sir.
stupid like that.
Okay,
And all my
brother.
bodybuilders and weightlifting brothers out there, don't listen to this dude. I ain't
What?
saying nothing
Oh,
like that. Hell
okay.
no.
Okay.
Nah,
Yeah, you
like a
did.
rabbit ass my hell no! I ain't saying
Yeah,
nothing
yeah, you
like
did,
that.
brother.
Nah, bro, prove it and I'll give you the $100.
You
And my
said
team's
two.
gonna give you the other 100.
Okay, brother.
I ain't
Peace.
that goddamn arrogant and fucking cocky. I would say something like that about a whole group of people, especially some that I
Okay.
know. Absolutely not.
All right, peace, brother.
That's all you came on to say? Get your
No,
ass
no.
out of here, man. Get out of here. Anyway, Gerald, what's up with you, bro? Elijah came on and started trouble. All the goddamn bodybuilders of the world are chump, man. Won't even let nothing like that slip out of my mouth. So he on timeout so he can go find that clip. Because I want to know the context in which I said that. If I said it. I don't think I said nothing stupid like that. I mean, I got a couple of degree black belt, but I ain't that fucking tough to be taking on the fucking bodybuilders. And hell nah. Chumps. Yeah, nah, man. All right. While Elijah gets his act together, changes his diaper. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, you're right, Gerald. Back on topic. The topic that we were discussing was America First, Ku Klux Klan, Make America White Again. Yeah, that's what we were discussing. The name of this show is Make America White Again. And I think all the moves that he's making using his executive power as far as these executive orders is basically to make America white again. I say it's the purge. You may beg to differ with me. I say it's the purge. Some people don't want to go with that. Fine. Prove it otherwise, though. All right. First, he's starting with these quote unquote undocumented people, and then he's going after DACA, and then he's going after all the other black countries to send black dark-skinned people back to shithole countries, as he calls them, and then he's going to go after the rest of us. All right. So yeah. Anyway,
we need also need to understand that these amendments and these amendments is not going to protect us against a determined demon.
Does any paperwork, any laws have?
Never.
So you mean to tell me out of all of the laws in this country, none of these laws that are on paper in the Constitution, written in these fine documents, have ever protected black people from this murderous mindset?
No, they haven't, because it used to be our word against theirs, but now you can't even find a cell phone without a camera on it, and they do it while the camera's rolling. Don't even care if they're being recorded doing it.
All right. So Elijah's back to redeem himself.
Yes, sir. No, what you said was absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
All you had to do is look at the Dred Scott decision. Just pull up Dred Scott decision, and it says no black man has a claim. No black man is a citizen in America. So, and then they used to have this law called the Casual Kill Law.
The Casual Killing Act.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That, yeah. So, which says they could kill us at any time. For a white can kill a black at any time, any moment, for any reason. And you made a super great point when you said Trump's not doing this to any of the white immigrants. He's not doing it to those Russians that came over here. There's no deportation on them. They deporting all the dark-skinned people.
Right, exactly. That's
Yes,
why I
sir.
say it's the Purge.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they don't make those movies for nothing. Those are instructional films for white people. That's why the name of the show is Make America White Again. But the question we need to answer is, when was it ever all white? They're actually not talking about it physically. They're talking about a spirit and a mindset.
Exactly.
Right. We war not with flesh and blood, but against principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Well said, brother.
Elijah Muhammad laid it out. Malcolm laid it out. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan laid it out. I could go on. Dr. Ben Clark, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Ivan Van Sertima laid it out. Marcus Garvey laid it out.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So we have to understand this dynamic and how this thing is playing out. Girl Speaks. Greetings. How you doing?
Hey, brother, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Okay, so you're another one that's going to keep your camera off because of your hairdo?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got you.
How you doing, elder brother? I love you. I appreciate all your work. Man, thank you so much for your albums. All praises due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You do the thing. I really love you. Appreciate your work. I appreciate you still building the conscious community in 2025.
No, give thanks.
That's a mighty work.
What's on your mind?
Well, I wanted to talk about where we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the reality that we are in. We read in the Fall of America that this thing was bound to burn, that the dollar was, based off of nothing really but a war machine. And we've been complicit to our own downfall for a long time. And like you taught us, music had a big part to do with it. Them mind controlling us and brainwashing us into their degeneracy. And we're not prepared for something that's always been in front of us. When you talk about the party of the Ku Klux Klan, it's the Democrats. When you right now, I was laying in the chat, it's a genocide in the Congo. And if
can I ask you something real quick?
Yes, sir.
When
Yes,
you
sir.
said the party of the Ku Klux Klan is the Democrats, so Republicans are not part of the Ku Klux Klan?
I would say that they are also, of course, we know that, but it was Black Republicans who got ran out of their seats by white people. We as Black people fought. We still fight. We fought for the laws to protect us, even though we still got to fight. Even still, you have Sandra Bland. Even still, you have Castile. Even though you still have
Okay.
Sam Du Bois.
But
Still,
sis,
we
can you answer
fight
my
right where
question?
we at.
Can you answer my question directly?
I'm sorry.
We know the history. There's some smart, intelligent people on here. This is serious minds. So listen, you mean to tell me that there's no Republicans that are Ku Klux Klan?
I didn't say that.
No, I didn't say you said
I'm
that.
saying
I'm
I'm
asking
saying
you a
yes,
question.
they are. The Ku Klux
Okay,
Klan is
so
also the party of Bird.
why would you
and
put it
other.
on the Democrats then?
I'm just pointing it out because I was making a greater point about the Congo and the Clintons
I
and
got that.
Obama and how our politics
Can we
in
go back to the
America.
question though? Can we go back to the Republicans and the Ku Klux Klan? Because we were enslaved under both of them. Am I
Right.
correct?
That's right.
Okay, so why would we differentiate between a Klansman who's a Democrat
And you are right, brother. They are the
Klansman
same.
who is a okay?
You
All
are
right.
right, brother.
I wouldn't distinguish it two. I would
I
never
wouldn't
distinguish the two.
I would never distinguish the devil between Satan. You so right.
You know, it's like it depends. It really depends on where you want to be stabbed when it comes to the Democrats and the Republicans. You know, the Democrats will stab you in the back. Republicans will stab you in the chest. You're still stabbed.
Or you choose between two snakes you want to get bit by. Do you want to get bit by a rattlesnake or you want to get bit by a cobra?
And so that was my point in calling in, and I'm gonna get off with you, brothers. If you know that that's a snake, if you know it's rattlesnakes outside your house, if you know you behind enemy walls, if you know you fighting a beast every day, why you got to get ready? Why we ain't already ready?
That's right.
Why we ain't got our own stores? Where's our gardening? When we talk about the larger classism, they spend thousands of dollars on shirts. You know, they waste money on cars. So
Well, like
we can't depend on them. We got to have we have to love each other and empathize with each other and come back together somehow for community investment and community involvement so that we can have our own free range chickens. You shouldn't be paying $10 for chickens. You should have somebody with some land somewhere where they done raise some chickens clean enough for you to go buy their eggs. We have lost that. We have lost our minds in regards to, having unity in that sense that we should not be afraid knowing that that's what they're going to bring. Like, why is we surprised? Why are we trying to get ready? I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Do I hear you saying accept your own and do something else? Accept your own and
do for self.
Yourself.
And
be yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Why are we paranoid? The point that I was trying to make about the Congo is right now it's on fire. The people there, because of imperialist politics of America, the people there are running from their government. They're demanding their government to get them guns because we'll fight you if we had some guns. Who armed and ready for this? Who gonna eat if Costco decide to lead a community? If the Arabs decide to stop selling us old chicken and expired milk and cigarettes and wine and beer, where you gonna go? Who can you turn to when the lights out?
Right.
So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
I really appreciate you, sis.
Yeah.
Peace.
Good info. Good questions. Good questions. Real.
All right. Oh wow, I'm past my hour. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys coming on with me this evening. I don't normally come on in the evening anymore. A lot of people are getting off of work. The sun is going down. People's energy is low. You understand what I'm saying? I normally come on at 12 o'clock Monday and Wednesday, and sometimes on Friday, sometimes even on the weekend if I'm around. But anyway, I really appreciate you guys. And Elijah, don't take nothing that I say serious, man. But I do want to hear that statement. I do want to hear that statement that I made. You understand what I'm saying? Because I want
Yes,
to know
sir.
what context I said that in, because I'm gonna have to do a special show and apologize to all the bodybuilders. When you see me in the gym and two of them be holding me upside down, shaking money out of my pocket. I love you, brothers, to
Yes,
life,
sir.
man.
Love you too,
back.
brother.
Take care of yourself and be well. All right.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All
God
right.
bless you and your family.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right, family. Revolution is not an event, it's a process. And this is On the Masses right here on Black Power Media Reloaded with your brother, Professor Griff, in the building. All right. I'll be back on Monday at 12 o'clock. If not, I'll be back on over the weekend. Probably not. If anybody in the Detroit area, I will be in Southfield on Saturday making it happen. All right. All right, family. It's Professor Griff signing out. All right. Peace. In reference to that, but it's always good to hear what the people have to say.